A Writer's Guide to Shakespearean Sonnets. And I'm your guide, Winnie Cayetta. To understand the Shakespearean sonnet, you need to have the basics. What is a sonnet? It has 14 lines. There is a strict rhyme scheme, which we will review later, and it is written in iambic pentameter. Iambic pentameter is 10 beats per line with alternating unstressed and stressed syllables. Here's an example. Remember, don't confuse syllables with words. Words can have more than one syllable. This is an example from Shakespeare's Sonnet 18. Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? The emphasis is on the second, fourth, sixth, eighth, and 10th syllables. Hint: if your mouth drops when saying a syllable, that is where the stressed syllable occurs. Try saying the line to yourself. See if you notice when your mouth drops while repeating the line. There are several types of sonnets, and they are very distinct from one another. One is the Petrarchan, or the Italian sonnet. Another is Spenserian. And finally, we have the Shakespearean sonnet. All these sonnets contain 14 lines. They all have a rhyme scheme, and they are all written in iambic pentameter. However, there are differences. They all have their own unique rhyme scheme, and the lines are grouped differently. Today, we are going to focus on the Shakespearean sonnet. Every 4 lines, there are 14 lines and 4 sections. 4 lines are grouped together to create 3 quatrains. The last 2 lines are considered a couplet. There is a distinct rhyme pattern. It is A-B, A-B for the first quatrain, C-D, C-D for the second quatrain, E-F, E-F for the third quatrain, and G-G for the couplet. It is written in iambic pentameter, which is 10 beats per line. Attached, I have a model for the format for the Shakespearean sonnet. As you can see, there are 14 lines in total. On the left side, you see the line numbers. It is broken into 3 quatrains, 4 lines each, and a couplet, the last 2 lines. On the right side, you have the pattern for the rhyme scheme. What else should you know about a Shakespearean sonnet? Well, the first quatrain introduces the background information and the theme of the sonnet. The second quatrain, the theme becomes more specific, and it might include an example. The third quatrain is where the conflict or turn is introduced, many times using a but, yet, and still leading the 9th line. The last 2 lines of the poem is called a couplet. This is where a conclusion to this conflict is realized and adds a twist to the theme. Punctuation is as the writer sees fit. It should help the flow of the poem as it is read aloud. Punctuation should provide a pause or inform the reader that a thought has ended. It also can help to break up the lines. So let's wrap up everything. A sonnet has 14 lines. The rhyme scheme for Shakespearean sonnet is unique. It is A-B, A-B, C-D, C-D, E-F, E-F, G-G. It is written in iambic pentameter. There are 3 quatrains that are 4 lines each, and there is 2 lines that are called a couplet. The first quatrain introduces the theme in the background. The second quatrain is more specific about the theme and may give an example. The third quatrain introduces the conflict, and the 9th line usually starts with but, yet, or still. The couplet is the last 2 lines and contains the resolution to the conflict and sometimes adds a twist. Lastly, punctuate as you see fit. Punctuation should help the flow of the poem. So here is an example of Shakespeare's famous sonnet. Read it and enjoy.